Hello, Aquarius. This is Tarot Me Please coming at you for a general reading for all my Aquarians out there for the week of March 20th, 2023. Say that 5 times. I've pre-shuffled your cards, so I'm just going to lay them down. I'm not going to mince words. I'm going to get right to it, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm like really fired up today, can you tell? You're in my third reading. Okay. I'm gonna open up that window because it's getting kind of stuffy in here. It's getting hot in here. Do any of you Aquarians even know that song? I don't know how young or old you are, but anyway. So Aquarius, you know the drill, right? Before I start flipping the cards, I always like to, I don't know, say a prayer or just get you ready for what the universe has to say to you, what sort of guidance and clarity the universe has for you. You know, keeping in mind that you came down here to learn certain lessons and to pay certain karmic debts and work out karma with your soulmates, and the cards are there to give you clarity and to give you some enlightenment. So with that being said, let's start flipping. Aquarius, what is your energy going to be this week? Okay, so you've been drowning in money. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's the Nine of Pentacles. And that card has to do with financial gain. It has to do with your efforts. It has to do with legacy. It has to do with rewarded efforts and success, luxury, achievement, material security. So you're not a beggar, okay? You're in a pretty good financial situation. Whatever that means to you, you know, I guess it's relative to each Aquarius out there watching this video, but you're in a good situation financially, okay? The energy that is crossing you this week, Aquarius, that's another favorable card. That's the Three of Cups, having to do with a circle of support. You definitely have some friends and or colleagues and or family that have your back. You know, your community, your peeps. The Three of Cups talks about friendships and gatherings and celebrations and social events with your peeps. Yeah. So far so good, right, Aquarius? Favorable cards, agreeable cards. Let's see what's in your recent past. Okay. See, the fun just keeps on going. That's the Lover's card. That's a Gemini card. So do you have a Gemini close to you, Aquarius? You tell me. It could very well be your romantic partner. But if it's not a Gemini, the Lover's card, the Major Arcana card, of course, talks about love. Surprise. A perfect union, partnerships, major choices, desire, shared values, kindred spirits. So we're talking about soulmates here. You know, if you look at this card here, you see this partnership where this particular partner is looking up to the heavens, and we see, you know, the winged one. And so that's why this card has to do with soulmates, because they're not just looking at each other. One of them is actually looking up to the heavens. So we're talking about like destiny and stuff like that. Yep. Soulmates. What is in your immediate future, Aquarius? Beautiful energy. Six of Cups. Well, this is very telling. This is the sixth card, number six card in the major arcana, and this is number six in cups. And so whenever any of these synchronicities happen in a tarot card reading, it's like very telling. It's like the universe telling you, okay, this is it. This should definitely ring true to you. This is like, kismet. It's like synchronicity. It's like, everything lining up. The Six of Cups talks about nostalgia and childhood memories, comforting memories. It talks about innocence, talks about healing. Yeah, very nice. I told you. The conscious field. Let's look at your conscious field. What's going to be on your mind this week? The Queen of Wands. So you're thinking about somebody in your life who is represented by the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands could definitely be a woman who is feisty and self-assured, very confident, makes things happen, doesn't let anything get in her way. It's not a very young feminine energy. It's a little bit more mature than that. And I'm wondering who it is in your life, Aquarius. Who is that Queen of Wands that you're thinking about this week? Yeah, she's very passionate and she's charismatic and she's optimistic and vibrant. So, who's that Queen of Wands? Is that your mom? Is that your aunt? Is that your grandma? Is that your female boss? So, yeah, that's who you're going to be thinking about this week. Let's look now at this field here, Aquarius. What energy is going to be influencing you, although you may not be aware of it? That is the Three of Pentacles card. That is the card that talks about teamwork makes the dream work. It's a collaboration card. Most likely work, but not necessarily. Three of Pentacles talks about the material world, your job, and you here being the skilled craftsperson that you are, bringing valuable products to the rest of us in the universe. And then here, people that you collaborate and work with, people who help bring your product to life. But this showed up in your unconscious field, Aquarius, and I'm wondering why. Why is this showing up in your unconscious and not in your conscious? Very often, the card that shows up in our unconscious is what we truly desire. But for whatever reason, we don't have the courage, or we don't have the assuredness to manifest it into real life. So it stays in our unconscious, in the back of our mind. It could very well be something from your past, from your distant past. But yeah, that's the Three of Pentacles in your unconscious field. Let's now go on to your hopes and fears. That's in your hopes. That's not a fear. That's a hope. A hope for intuition. Yeah. A hope to really kind of delve inside yourself and know what you really want. Really know what drives you, what's going to make you happy. Yeah. You're wanting to look within, or you're hoping to look within. Maybe your intuition hasn't been speaking to you as of late, and you've kind of like been grasping at straws, trying to find out what really makes you happy. And I'm thinking it might have something to do with this card here in the back of your mind, because this is showing up in your unconscious and it has to do with work. So, is all of this having to do with what is going to really make you passionate about work again? Maybe you were at one time passionate about work, but as of late, maybe not. Okay, so anyway, let's look at your influence on this whole trajectory here. Okay, you are going to be very tied to your money. This is the Four of Pentacles, and it's very related to this thing, this Nine of Pentacles, and I'll tell you why. The Four of Pentacles represents a person, and that's you, Aquarius, who's kind of holding tight to their money or to their job or to something material, because they're afraid they're going to lose it. Okay, they're afraid that it's going to slip away from them, and then they're just going to be devastated if it goes away from them. So that's you. You're holding on to something a little bit too tight. And this card is coming up for you, Aquarius, because the universe is telling you you don't have to hold on to it too tight, Aquarius. Because what's meant for you, what's rightfully yours, is going to stay with you. You don't need to hold on to it too tight. You should relax a little bit about it, is what it's telling you. And these two showing up in your reading, in your spread here, Aquarius, tell me, these two, they tell me that money is an area of interest to you. Maybe a little bit too much. Yeah. And the universe is telling you don't be too concerned about the money thing, because like I said, it'll come to you. If it's really meant for you, then you don't have to be afraid of it slipping away. Okay? The universe wants material stuff, for example, money, to be circulated. Doesn't want it to be held on to too tight by anybody, is what the universe is trying to say. Okay. External influence. What is the external influence that's going to be at play affecting your final outcome? Okay, lots of hard work. That's not you, though. That's somebody else. This is you. This is somebody else in your life. Somebody else is going to be working very hard, and I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm thinking it might be your partner, Aquarius, who's working really hard and is kind of stressed out, this person, feeling the burden of carrying these 10 wands. This person's going to be stressed out and working a little bit too hard, going to be feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, whoever it might be. And let me now flip the final outcome, and then I'll talk about all the cards together. Okay, so that's you. Again, money. So I'm thinking this is a money reading. That is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles talks about profit, vision, honest rewards, results, growth, progress, patience. So it's like you having done a certain amount of work, sowing the seeds, planting the seeds, and waiting for the harvest, waiting for your rewards for all the hard work. So, I said I was going to talk about this, all the cards together once I flip to the final one. I really do see this as a money/work reading, but I don't see you so much as the one working hard. I see your partner or somebody you live with who's working hard. I gotta close that window again. Um, because if you were the one working hard, then this would have shown up in your influence, and it showed up in the external influence, somebody else, something that you can't control yourself. And see, this work card, dream, teamwork makes the dream work. This is in the back of your mind. This is not at the forefront of your mind. So I'm thinking it's somebody else who's working. Maybe you think you should be working. You think that you could bring something to the table financially, but you're not quite there yet because this is still in your unconscious, Aquarius. And you're very concerned about money, I would say. Yeah. And why is that, Aquarius? Is it because, like, maybe in your childhood, maybe you grew up in a less than affluent household or neighborhood, or maybe you had to struggle, um, and so maybe you felt that you missed out because you didn't have as much money as everybody else around you. Something like that. There's something having to do with money and the notion of having to do without. Because this influence here, your influence of holding on to the money really tight, tells me that it's been an issue in your life, and it's coming up again recently. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this reading resonated with you. If not all of it, then at least some of it. And if it did, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, Tarot Me Please. My name is Crystal. It's a pleasure. Have a great rest of the weekend, and have a great week ahead. Take care.